Namaste. Welcome to the Skillful Living program once again. Today, like last week, I'm going to talk about this book, The Four Agreements, specifically the third agreement, the third of the four agreements. Once again, a quick reminder that these are agreements that we make with ourselves, not with anyone else. Agreements about how we want to live, how we want to act. So the third agreement says, don't make assumptions. We make assumptions all the time about people, about situations, about all kinds of things. And we believe our assumptions often to be true, so we start acting on our assumptions as if they were facts. But in fact, of course, they're not facts. They may be true in some cases, and in a great many other cases, they may not be true. So the author of the book, Don Miguel Ruiz, cites the example of personal relationships. And he says that this habit of making assumptions can do a lot of damage in our own close relationships. He cites specifically the example of marriage, and even before marriage, when you fall in love, you make assumptions about the other person. You also kind of fool yourself in some ways, in the sense that you don't see many of the flaws in the other person, what you would see as flaws. You sort of brush them aside. You either pretend that those flaws are not there, that person doesn't have those flaws, or you assume, and this is a very dangerous assumption, that somehow your partner will change after marriage. Either you will change them, or they will, of their own volition, change to be more in sync with what you are looking for. This is a very dangerous assumption, because people don't change until they're ready to change, until they want to change. So you will not be able to change another person. You may be able to influence them, of course, but they may not change into what you're looking for. So it's better to clarify whatever you want to clarify before you actually marry this person. Another thing he says is people have different assumptions about marriage itself. So you're setting out to live your life with somebody else, and maybe the two of you have very different ideas of what marriage is. And once again, don't assume that you're both on the same page. Ask the other person, talk to the other person, find out what they are assuming, and tell them what you are assuming as well. Tell each other, talk to each other, tell each other what you're looking for, what you're expecting, what marriage means to you. So this is one example, but there are many examples. This could apply as well to work relationships, your relationship with your peers, your colleagues, or your relationship with your boss, people who report to you. It could apply even to a job. So you go for a job interview, the job sounds like something you want, and you assume you can do it. But it's better to get clarifications, find out exactly what you're taking on, and take a good look at yourself and see whether or not you're really ready for this job. So this brings us to another kind of assumption. We make assumptions about ourselves. We underestimate ourselves, or we overestimate ourselves. And both are wrong, because both are assumptions. So what's the solution? The solution is to get clarity, to do your research, to find out what the facts really are in your relationships, whether they're work relationships or personal relationships, whether they're close relationships or casual relationships. Get clarity. Ask. Don't assume. And ask for clarifications if you're not sure about something. This habit of clarifying, of looking for facts, of getting more information, in the long run can save you a lot of trouble and can help you to live an easier life, a more peaceful life as well. I'm going to come back for a moment to close relationships. We also make assumptions about what the other person knows, specifically what our partner knows about us. So say I have a birthday coming up and I really want a specific gift, and I drop hints, and then I assume that my partner has understood what I want, even though I haven't told him. Well, he may not have. So what happens when my birthday comes along? Maybe he's put a lot of thought into the gift he gets me. He's got me something lovely, but my mind is fixated on the gift I wanted. And I'm hurt that he doesn't know what I wanted. If you look at it rationally, it doesn't make any sense. If you want a specific thing, say it. Let the other person know that's what you want. Otherwise, drop your attachment to that particular gift and be open to whatever comes to you. Appreciate that, accept that. So, really, again, this example also shows us that this agreement is about acting on things that we rationally believe to be true. Doing our research. It's very easy to check facts these days. So do that. Get more information. Talk to people. Ask for clarifications so that you are acting on something that is real, not imagined. A very simple idea. Don't make assumptions. Thank you, and I hope to see you next week. Again, until then, Namaste.